What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to another edition of Action Sunday. This week, I'm looking at Streets of Fire. Yes, this little cult classic from the 80s, 84 to be exact. This more like this is one of those movies that's been on my queue to watch for like quite some time. I heard the soundtrack was phenomenal, and sure enough, I actually have one of the songs from that soundtrack downloaded to my iPod, so which is awesome. Which is "I Can Dream About You," and it's still a good hit. And I remember seeing the music video for that, and I remember hearing a lot about this movie. What I understand was going into researching this movie was that this movie was a flop, and I'm trying to figure out why was it a flop. Well, let's see. Judging by the looks of this, I can see why people look at it as like, okay, it's a typical cliche setting. Let's see, a girl or a sultry singer gets kidnapped by a biker gang. This guy who happens to be traveling through town. Well, according to the story, it's like he comes back to town. That way he can help find this missing singer. But it turns out that these two actually have a fling together. But of course, I'm like, okay, that's interesting. But I really wish they could have given more backstory, like more exposition to this. I think we could have gone into this with a little more expo or more backstory of this whole setting. Like don't get me wrong, everything about this movie is pretty cool. I love the setting, love the dark dystopian feel, even though it's kind of set in present time. It's like a mix of the 1950s mixing with the 80s, which is a really interesting era. And believe it or not, I like those two eras. Okay, well, tidbit, and you should know about me. I kind of like music from those eras. It's like, okay, the music from the 50s is kind of like what set the bar. The 80s raised the bar. In other words, and of course, today's music kind of drops the bar. Just saying, it's the truth, people. If you disagree with me, take a hike. Anyway, back to the movie. It starts off good, then it starts picking up some momentum, but then it kind of falls off the rails somewhere in between the middle act and the last act, and I don't know, there was just something about it, and there was something I just couldn't connect with these characters. I can understand the main character of Tom Cody. That's the guy's name. Michael Parry. I felt like did a good job, even though I felt like his character was a pseudo one-dimensional kind of main character. But I still think he did a good job. Diane Lane plays the sultry singer Ellen Aim. Believe it or not, that's her character's name, and I think she did a phenomenal job. She could really sing. I really wish she had an actual singing career, because seriously, wow, just absolutely phenomenal stuff. Yeah. Now for the action scenes, there's a good moment where after there's the rescue scene. I really like that. It's as soon as they get her, all hell just kicks off. So, guns are fired, explosions, typical stuff that you would see in an 80s thing. But it's a good adrenaline thing. But it's there's just something off about it. It's but it then just sets up for the later epic encounter later in the movie, which, of course, in all honesty, I really like that. Okay, so spoilers ahead. For those who've never seen the movie, there's all this buildup is essentially a build down big fight. Well, a pseudo big fight between our main hero Tom Cody and the villain Raven. Yeah, cliche for a villain, but hey. He was played by Willem Dafoe, and Willem Dafoe I felt did a great job. I don't know what is with him with Willem Dafoe. It's he was able to portray this character with so much finesse and I don't know, it was just really hard to describe. And I felt like he did a great job. I felt what really drew fans out of this was the fact that it's a typical action movie, but then of course sprinkled in with the rock and roll fable, which, as it was said in the beginning, where I think that's the thing that also put people off was wait a minute, it's a rock and roll thing, so it's a musical. I think that's another thing. If you just took the music little thing out of it, I feel like it would have been an awesome movie. But hey, the music was essentially the big focal point of this movie. And I said at the top of the review, I think the soundtrack is amazing. Go out of your way to pick that up, okay? Just like listen to that, then maybe watch the movie, okay? But I'd say check your brain at the door, and then you'll probably enjoy this movie, okay? But there are some kinks that needs to be worked out, all right? So definitely go check this movie out if you ever get a chance, okay? It's over on Stars. That's where I found it. But if you find it anywhere else in anywhere like a special edition DVD, which I know there is one out there being circulated, go check that, okay? So I'm gonna give, if I had to give this score, I'm gonna give Streets of Fire a 6 out of 10. Okay, that's as good as I'm gonna give it. Okay, everything else, like I said, I feel like it just could have been worked on better. Everything else, and I love the setting, I love the music. That's the best thing. But I felt like some of these characters really just needed to be more worked on. Okay, more of the expo, all of that good stuff. All right, then you could have had a masterpiece. All right, but still. Hey, I understand it's a bit of a cult classic, all right? So that's us for today. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, stay tuned for some more awesome videos.